Why does this $30 filament connector work for some people but fail for everybody else? I keep seeing people swear by this thing while others are saying it's a complete waste of money. So I got one to find out for myself. After a lot of testing and a lot of failed splices, I actually found out what makes these connections strong and also what causes them to fail. In this video, I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes to avoid, the simple tricks that actually matter, and then we're actually going to put them to the test and print something with the combined join on the 3D printer. So let's see if this thing actually works. So I'm using Sunlu filament right here. I have my PLA over here too. Now you can use this connector here with multiple different kinds of filament. Just know, of course, unless you're a complete beginner, and you might not already know this, you cannot use things like PETG and PLA. You cannot connect those two. Like, it has to be the same type of filament. You can do PETG with PETG, PLA with PLA, and so on and so forth. So just want to put that disclosure out there first before I get mean comments saying, it didn't work for me. Very first thing we're going to do is actually turn this here on. This is my only pet peeve with a Sunlu filament connector, is that it is a USB-A power and it does not come with an adapter. The cord's pretty decently long. I mean, it's about a yard long, but for me to be able to do this, I use a power bank. You can probably be able to put this, probably put on your wall or whatever. And for my power bank, I'm using EcoFlow River 3. This is kind of an overkill for it, but it does give me a lot of power, and it's kind of what I had laying around with it. But you can also use like small power banks to be able to power it on too with it. If you guys want to check out the River 3, I do have a link down below. Okay, so first of all, what do you get with the Sunlu filament connector? So you get the power cord, you get the actual unit itself, and then you also get the tubing. Now this right here was where a lot of people, I notice, are not happy about being able to use the tubing. You do get a ton of tubes, by the way. And this right here is just PTFE tubes. And you can actually get a really, really long one and cut them yourself if you want to. And they're only like a few bucks for that. But you get a ton. So really each connection is going to maybe cost you a nickel, just about. And it's just a small little tube. And the reason why they kind of do this, from what my understanding is that you have to kind of cut this right here if you're using it like on a spool, because you can't pull it off. One thing I wish that they would do is kind of have it already built in here. Maybe like the top and the bottom already have it, and it just automatically like splits or something like that. Maybe in the future that might happen, who knows. So let me show you how to get this here going. So you're going to hit the little power button right here. You are actually going to have it show PLA, because that is what we're using. As soon as you hit the power button, it is going to start heating up. As soon as it starts heating up and it gets to the proper temperature, for PLA it's 185 degrees Celsius, then it'll actually beep at you, telling you get ready and put your filament in there. And then as soon as you close the topper here with it, then it's going to count down. It takes about 7 seconds to be able to basically like weld them together. And I'm going to give you guys one important tip, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But why do this? Because you can do this for many different reasons. Maybe you only have a little bit of filament left on a spool, and you're like, it literally is maybe a yard or two, or maybe more than that. You can take that off and put it on another spool of filament, connect them together, and then just kind of re-spool this back up again, and then use that whole thing together. Or maybe it's already in your 3D printer and you need to be able to combine it together. Maybe you ran out of room. Maybe you don't have a CFS. One really cool idea is actually taking multiple colors, combining them together, and having a really cool print and have layers of color that way too. So you can basically make it like your own PLA kind of set with it. That's kind of what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you how to kind of combine it together, how to cut these here properly as well while we're weighing on this right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually cut how much PLA I want from here. Now, of course, don't go on me on the comments like, wow, that's going to be worthless if I need to be able to combine it. Well, let's just say this is just one reason to do it. So maybe I just want to start with a little bit of blue, and then I want the rest to be green. And you're going to notice I did a flush cut, so basically straight across with my little flush snippers here. that is not how we're going to end this. So, number one reason for failures is the fact that you are not doing this at a 45-degree angle. You're doing it at a 90-degree angle. This is going to fail. If you just do it straight on cut and then you kind of combine them together, that is the number one failure right there. It's a lot better if you take your two even ends, just like this, take your cutters like this, and then do it at your 45-degree angle, like that. And now they both are going to match at the same exact angle. So let's go ahead and grab our tube here. And we're going to put the first angle into our tube, just like so. And then we're going to kind of match those ends. We're just going to give it a little bit of a twist until they basically match up. And I think that's it right there. So this is about ready to go. We're at 108 degrees Celsius. As soon as this beeps at me, I'm going to pop this guy here in here and then get ready for our next mistake. So it's almost there. We're at 183 right now. By the way, leave a comment of what you would use this right here for, because I'm only interested in hearing what you guys also think about it. Is this a waste, or is this something that you could also have in your shop? Okay, I think we're pretty much there. I just want to make sure that my PLA is still perfectly in there with it. I'm just waiting for that thing to beep. Okay, we have our beep. I'm going to put the PLA in here and we're going to snap it down. It's going to take about 7 seconds and then it's going to beep at me one more time. Here we go. Now when it beeps at you, lightly push them together. This is the next tip. No one usually does this right here. It's actually in the manual to lightly push them together at this phase. You don't have to push hard, just lightly. If you push hard, it's going to kind of like look really, really weird. Okay, so now we're going to open this up and then we're going to set it to the side because it is hot. And it's still melted too. You need to be kind of careful with it because right now it's going to cool down and they're going to merge together. At this point, we can actually turn it off unless you need to use it for something else. We're going to close the heating element. And after I cut this and show you how to do this part right here, then we're actually going to print with it. And I'll show you guys the results that what you're going to get when you do something like this. Okay, I think it's cooled down. Now in the back here, there's a little cutting element and your filament can actually just snap right in there. I know people have built things on the side for this right here. And I wish that they had the snaps just like they do up here, but they don't. But you're just going to push it down like that. And it's going to cut a little section for the tube. And we can pop this here back out, like so. And then all we have to do now is just peel this right here off really, really easily. Just like that. And now, look, I can't pull it. It is stuck on there. It is completely welded together. Now, let's throw this in and let's do a little print. And I'll show you guys the results at the end. The results are in, it is done, and it is printed, and definitely check it out. So we do have the two colors going on right here that we spliced together. We got our blue and our green. It printed fine. It didn't jam, it didn't do anything like that. I'm very, very impressed by that aspect of it. But yeah, altogether, pretty nice little thing to have laying around, ready to go for you in case you do have those kind of scenarios. It's a great way to end a spool if you only have a little bit of filament left instead of finding little teeny tiny projects. Just splice it together with another light color and just print it off that way with it. So altogether really nice. If you guys want to check out this right here, the Sunlu filament connector, I do have a link down in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. If you guys want to see more content from me, that would be amazing. More importantly, go check out this video right here. I'll see you guys over there on the next one. Take care, everyone.